Shell. A hard external covering of an animal. The hard calcareous covering of a bird egg. One of the outer layers of skin of an onion. Botany, the hard external covering of various plant seed forms. Geology, the accreted mineral formed around a hollow geode. Weaponry, the casing of a self-contained single-unit artillery projectile. Weaponry, a hollow, usually spherical or cylindrical projectile fired from a siege mortar or a smoothbore cannon. It contains an explosive substance designed to be ignited by a fuse or by percussion at the target site so that it will burst and scattered at high velocity its contents and fragments. Formerly called a bomb. Weaponry, the cartridge of a breech-loading firearm, a load, a bullet, a round. Architecture, any slight hollow structure, a framework, or exterior structure, regarded as not complete or filled in, as the shell of a house. A garment, usually worn by women, such as a shirt, blouse, or top, with short sleeves or no sleeves, that often fastens in the rear. A coarse or flimsy coffin, a thin interior coffin enclosed within a more substantial one. Music, a string instrument, as a lyre, whose acoustical chamber is formed like a shell. Music, the body of a drum, the often wooden, often cylindrical acoustic chamber, with or without rims added for tuning and for attaching the drum head. An engraved copper roller used in print works. The thin coating of copper on an electrotype. Nautical, the watertight outer covering of the hull of a vessel, often made with planking or metal plating. Nautical, rigging, the outer frame or case of a block within which the sheaves revolve. Nautical, a light boat whose frame is covered with thin wood, impermeable fabric, or waterproofed paper, a racing shell or dragon boat. Chemistry, a set of atomic orbitals that have the same principal quantum number. Figurative, the outward form independent of what is inside. Figurative, the empty outward form of someone or something. An emaciated person. A psychological barrier to social interaction. Computing, an operating system software user interface, whose primary purpose is to launch other programs and control their interactions, the user's command interpreter. Shell is a way to separate the internal complexity of the implementation of the command from the user. The internals can change while the user experience/interface remains the same. Business, a legal entity that has no operations. A concave rough cast iron tool in which a convex lens is ground to shape. Engineering, a gouge bit or shell bit. Phonology, the onset and coda of a syllable. Britain, slang, a person's ear. To remove the outer covering or shell of something. To bombard, to fire projectiles at, especially with artillery. Informal, to disperse or give up money, to pay. Often used without. Intransitive, to fall off, as a shell, crust, etc. Intransitive, to cast the shell, or exterior covering, to fall out of the pod or husk. Computing, intransitive, to switch to a shell or command line. To form shallow, irregular cracks, in a coating. Topology, to form a shelling. S H E L L Shell.